So we made it out here to the farm. We got feed unloaded, getting the drill set up, plant field shield. We're in what we call the upper front field. Currently got record buck beans planted.
This is a deer that we named Big. We had 3 years of history with him. We don't have that long. It'll be here before you know it.
What we got going on today?
We're going out to a customer's farm. It's one that I've been helping manage for years and years, well before I worked for Bruce at 4S. Cool thing about this place, where we're headed, is we've been using the 4S, the full 4S product line for years. It's so far along that, you know, the deer that we're seeing on camera now, their grandparents were using, were consuming and utilizing 4S products, and it makes it, you know, I would say it's probably to get the full effects, a 4 to 5 year process. So like right now, gestation and lactation, huge time. Keeping these deer as nutritionally satisfied and very low pressure at the moment is kind of key. But yeah, just these deer are really a testament to the full line of products at 4S and the management tools, through using all the pieces of the puzzle, through timber stand improvement, through burning, through feeding, through mineral sites, and overall food plotting, overall habitat. That's what you see come out the end of the pipeline in 5, 6, 7 years.
Yeah, so
We'll go a little ways back.
yeah, 2008, Advanced Wildlife Solutions, you know, 4S was started. I don't remember how I met you. Do you remember?
I heard that you had feed.
Yeah, just been right up the road.
And I came over there when you were in your old shop.
Yeah, it's neat now because we've been going so long. We've got so many people we deal with, customers that became friends, and it's been really neat to be able to sit around and talk and have conversations like this, you know, because if you hadn't been going long, you can't do that. You know, you can't talk about old things, just like you've got history with this farm, you know, that you and Miss Angie talk about, or you and Dan, or all y'all, or whatever. But yeah, I remember being in this barn right here behind us or in front of us here a long time ago.
Loading my feed in a cooler.
Yeah, I was on delivery out here, probably 4 tons of feed, I would imagine, bag feed.
I think it was 3.
3, okay, so 3 tons, 120 bags, 50-pound bags. And I had never been out here a lot. Of course, now we're friends, but then we didn't know each other really, really good. We were new and new with you as a customer and stuff, and I was about to pull off, I think, and you were going to put those bags one by one in the deer cooler because y'all didn't have a big house here at the time, I don't think, and you were keeping rats out of it. And I realized what was going on, so I said, hey, you gonna do that one by one? And you said you were, and I think I looked at my watch or phone or whatever and had 12 minutes or 18 minutes for a youngin's birthday party. I said, we make it happen. You know, we got after it.
You did.
We were getting down with it and got
and you actually sent help. You sent help over here for me several times.
After that.
You know, back when you were getting started, and
yeah,
you had the time to do it.
Yeah, that's one thing we've always done too, and still do it today, is we try to make it easy on everybody instead of being the standard.
And that's one reason that I've stuck with you.
Yeah, well, it's been neat too. Now Dan, you know, I've kind of known Dan for a long time, but him being right up the road too, but then him being a big part of Advanced Wildlife Solutions and 4S Wildlife now, and him helping on this place so much, and y'all hunting together and being friends and all. It's been neat, kind of somewhat of a full circle.
Yep.
But I know y'all are about to look around the farm today and talk about some tactics y'all have been doing and show off some of the big deer y'all have grown and harvested on this place.
Mm-hmm.
It's a neat story and neat area right through here for sure.
So we made it out here to the farm. We got feed unloaded. We're getting the drill set up, plant field shield. We're in what we call the upper front field. Lots of great memories here. We've currently got record buck beans planted. They're doing great. These are our Liberty Link beans, but we're going to get ready to plant field shield. Field shield is a new product that we've come out with this year that is made to create soft edges, create a block visually. It'll get, 8-9 foot high. we take it, in this particular situation, we're doing it all the way down the plot because this is the main driveway coming in and out of the farm, going to the lodge. And we've noticed that with having this stuff up, deer out here utilizing this food plot in the middle of the afternoon, they don't spook as bad. It just creates a comfort to them. But so this is our generic bag, as I was saying. So last year I tested it, Bruce tested it in different scenarios, few different kinds of soil types. But this is year 2. If you come in our shop, you look right there, front inside the door on the left is sitting there. Just really nondescript, plain, generic bag. We mix all this stuff in house, bag it, and do have a tag on it. So we're selling a limited amount this year just to get feedback from everybody. The next year, this stuff will be in a full, like you see all the rest of our seeds, in a full printed bag, ready for store shelves, ready for internet sales. Have a full description on the back. I think we're going to actually get a little more in depth with this bag, more so than others. You know, everybody probably understands how to plant small seeds, plant cereal grains. Well, this, we're going to put a little bit of not only planting instructions, but a little bit of strategy on there. You know, creating soft edges, creating an actual plot block for a confidence builder, creating ways to get in and out of your stand without being busted, making your own pinch points for bow hunting, things like that. So look forward to that. Designing these bags is a long process, but I'm going to have, like I said, planting instructions and some strategy stuff in there with some photos of examples of those instead of just you know cartoon illustrations. We'll have some real world experience, and that's part of this 3-year process we have of testing before we take something to the market. So let's get it in here. He bought it in 3 different tracks. He bought the middle ground first, and then I can't remember which other side, but the middle ground went from the creek that's down in here over to that fallen tree line where we came in, and then he bought the spot where his lodge is, and that big power line section where all that alfalfa and all is. And then I believe, and then he bought this side for a total of almost 500 acres. He started kind of small. He actually bought that middle ground. He was tired of hunting clubs and all that. Found an ad in Georgia Outdoor News magazine. One of those pictures, you know, it's got a trail camera and all that. He actually called one of those and saw Crawford County river frontage and came and bought it, and I think that was in 2001. The food plot we're coming into is the West Tower. It's
a mineral side, ain't it?
Yeah, man, this is one we've had for years and years. Got several throughout. Try to do one per 50 acres. And you know, you can start with one, see how they hit it. You know, and these minerals are things that are naturally occurring in nature, and the deer need. It's just some properties, like any mineral, some properties have more than others. Our feed is you know, got a healthy dose of vitamins and minerals in it, and so they get it from there. But some deer just don't eat out of feeders as much, and that's where this comes in. Some people can't afford to feed deer feed as much. That's where this, again, where this comes in. You use this as just another tool to make sure that deer is getting exactly what they need. This one, as you can see, has been established for a long time. It's under a big shade tree, and near water. There's a pond just through those trees right there, and that's kind of the 2 things you want to do: establish it in the shade near water. But you pretty much can't go wrong with it. Sonny, when did you put this in there? You put it in here this year already one time, right?
Yeah.
Mix around a little bit. This is 20%. This is a gravity ration. These are these all-season 50 feeders. As you can tell, this one's been in service for quite a long time. You got that, Sonny? But yeah, 20%. Probiotics, prebiotics for gut health. The amount of fat cover these deer have hanging on the rack is just incredible. I mean, it's bright white, 2.5 inches of cover all the way down their loins, up around their kidneys into their hindquarters. Deer just super healthy coming out, which translates to a healthier doe. We got more fat reserves to make it through the cold of the winter, and when everything's dormant out in the woods, when there's not as much browse. During that time we swap over to winter stabilizer. 20% lasts all of growing season. So towards the last week of December, all the way into August, when these deer go hard horned. August, early September. But once they're fully developed, that last couple weeks is just the hardening of the horns and the drying of the velvet for it to come off. So pretty much into August, we'll start producing our winter stabilizer, where we pull a lot of some of the protein out and pellet it back with carbohydrates that the deer really want during that time of year, and it just keeps the vitamins, minerals up in their skeletal system for the winter. So, but it's a year-long regimen. Then you go through deer season, feeding winter stabilizer, and then in that, like I said, that late December, the process repeats.
This is a deer that we named Big. We had 3 years of history with him, and killed him on October 28th, 2019, around 6:30 in the evening. And I'd had a lot of pictures of him on mineral sites, and he was coming to this one mineral site every night. 2019, I'd had a surgery. My doctor told me not to pick up anything more than 10 pounds. And I told my wife, I said, my rifle don't weigh 10 pounds. And I actually shot him 19 days post-op from an abdominal surgery. And we just had a lot of history with him. This deer, he did not travel a lot. He stayed what I thought was on 130 acres. Never had a picture of him on this side of the property, which is not far. And hunters, my neighbors, they never saw him to shoot him. And he was just kind of like a homebody. I think he knew my trucks, my noises when I was coming and going, and it really didn't bother him. That's the story of him. And it's something I always wanted to do, something I dreamed about. This whole place has been something that's just been a dream of mine, and I've been so blessed to be able to make it happen. I wish my father could have seen it. He was kind of a farmer, and that's where I got it. But it was a blessing.
Well, Sonny, you think in 2001 when you looked at that ad in GON, this is where you'd be now?
I had no idea.
It's been fun.
I was fortunate. I had a wife that loves to hunt, so she was here with me.
how much has your idea of a big deer changed from 2001 to 2025?
And I went from shooting a nice 10 point to, you know, I think everybody goes through it, you know.
Oh,
like,
100%.
You kill a 130-inch deer, maybe your next one, you're like, well, I'm ready to do a 140 and then 150. And then I shot a 180, and I think I've changed from that back to
A good
I
mature
want to
deer.
shoot a mature deer.
Yep.
You know, if he's got a lot of weight on him, he's either gonna blow up into something, or he may be turn into a bully. You never know.
Well, we got a lot done today.
Yep.
Got a long way to go. Excited to see what the year holds and the good times to come. It's just the start of it.
Yep. We don't have that long.
Yeah.
It'll be here before you know it.
Yep.
And get a little crisp in the air.
Can't wait for that.
Get you wanting to go hunt. I look forward to it.